Thank you very much indeed, Anna. Let's turn to business news now with Nona, who is on the other side of me. Nona, it's nice to see you. There are some measures and numbers and things that give us a sense of how the economy is going. Strong commodity prices, job advertisements, and a lot of them. What are the latest numbers telling us?
Well, we've got some new numbers today. The commodity prices is an interesting one. So we've had gains, monthly gains, 3 months in a row, which is actually now the highest level since mid-2014.
Can I ask a difficult question? What commodities are we talking about
Oh,
here?
okay. Well, commodities, of course, New Zealand is a big exporter of commodities. Number one export,
Milk.
dairy.
Yeah.
Yes. And that was, it's a very strong rise, 3% gain there. Smaller gains for meat, wool, and forest products. Those are other commodities that we export. We also have aluminium and let's see.
So there is a general commodity measure, right?
Yeah, there's a number of things.
Okay.
It's a basket of things,
yeah,
really.
Right. A nice basket.
A nice basket of
right.
raw materials is what commodities really are.
Right.
You know, they tend to be that.
And so strong commodity prices.
Very strong commodity prices.
Yeah.
Well, strongest level since mid-2014. It's a while, you know. And remember, mid-2014, you know, it's when our dollar was really high, dairy was really high. This, you know, if you think back to those times, that was just before our, you know, when our dollar was nearly, what was it, the parity party for the Australian dollar.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that didn't last very long. But anyway, that's what we were talking about. So that's, you know, that was a fairly strong part of our economy. And it's reflected in these gains that we've seen. Now, the job ads is another one. So job ads rose slightly, only a slight rise, but low unemployment and a tight labor market means that these job vacancies really are going to start to shrink just because our economy simply doesn't have the capacity to keep growing.
It's still not driving wages up, though, is it?
Well, you know, I was talking to a fellow, it was quite interesting. He was saying that part of the reason why is that if you look at the workforce today, it's more of an international workforce, so that people will send some of their work offshore. Say it's a call center or it's something else. So there's a lot of the supply of labor in the world is one of the things you have to consider now. Of course, that's also starting to shrink too. So wage pressures are definitely building, and we can expect to see that coming our way. Interestingly, there were a lot of job opportunities on the West Coast, Northland and Southland, who had like a lot of jobs there.
And the Northland and the West Coast, they will be delighted to hear that.
Yes, there are job opportunities there spread right through to the regions.
It's good news. What did the markets do today?
Well, it's just a crazy day as usual with the trade war looming. We had crazy swings on Wall Street. New Zealand index, we were up yesterday. Today we're down. Other markets in the Asia Pacific region, they're all mixed. So New Zealand, we were down 0.4% today. That's 34 points to 8,364. I noticed that the Australian market was up. So yesterday it was a little change, but hey. The New Zealand dollar, though, is steady at 72.9 US cents. It's pretty high. 94.8 Australian, also quite high. And 51.8 pence.
Nona Pelletier, our Auckland-based business reporter, thank you very much indeed.